Good morning, it's Andy Lockwood with College Coffee Talk. This is part of my experiment to go through all of the questions that Pearl and I have received over the last couple of years, live presentations and webinars and all sorts of other email type questions that come in. So if you have any questions about the college planning process, about getting in, about paying for college, about how to pick colleges, fire away, put them in the comments section, and please like, comment, and share. Let me get to today's special Snowmageddon or Stormageddon discussion today. We in Long Island are in the middle of a pretty large snowstorm, and that made me think about the snow job that college and the whole college process does on parents and kids. And that sort of goes something like this, along the lines of get good grades, study really hard, do a whole bunch of extracurriculars, demonstrate that you're well-rounded, and you will get into a great college, and the rest of your life will be set. Problem, well, there's many problems with that. One of the problems is that getting into college is definitely not a meritocracy. It's not about grades and scores. 60% at a competitive college, 60% of the equation is grades and scores. 60. The other 40% is what you need to do to stand out. It's your extracurriculars, it's your volunteer hours, it's your clubs and leadership, it's stuff that you need to do that is unlike what other kids do. So that's part of one of the snow job components. The second thing, though, I think the bigger picture, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about this tonight on our webinar, which you can log into. I'll put the link here, but it's at cs4l.tv, which stands for College Success for Less. What we're going to be talking about is how to get money, sources of funds that colleges certainly don't want to tell you about, because why? They are in business for themselves, and most businesses aren't going to tell you how to pay less. So how to qualify for scholarships and grants, even if you think there's no way on earth I can possibly qualify because we make too much, or families like us don't get anything, or I heard from my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew, second cousin twice removed, that Boston College doesn't give any money, stuff like that. Listen, there may be a germ of truth in some of these statements, but more often than not, there's a lot of urban legend mixed in there. So anyone who says something like, oh, don't bother applying there, you'll never get money, they haven't seen your tax returns. They don't probably understand how the financial aid formulas work. Income is important, but income is only one of 70 or so factors that gets calculated in there. So that is part of the snow job also, is that colleges don't want you to know how to get money. And frankly, any help you may or may not get from your guidance counselor, and I already mentioned other parents, you have to take that with a major grain of salt. Could I tie that into salting the roads for the snowstorm? No, okay, forget it. I'm distracted. And the rest of the picture is, what's the payoff? Why are you even going to college? Now, it's pretty indisputed that people who go to college tend to earn a whole lot more over their lifetimes, like over $1 million, compared to people who don't have college degrees. So I, of course, am not knocking going to college. But I really question why parents and kids feel the need to, pay up for certain schools. I had a phone consultation yesterday with a client from out of state whose daughter pretty much could go to one of her in-state great colleges, big universities, either for free or using the funds that have been allocated for that, and very little out of pocket afterward. But, of course, this happens so many times, she was not interested so much in staying in state. She wanted to go out of state to go to some colleges that had more like school spirit and rah-rah and whatever you want to call it. I think it's football and tailgating. So the question I said to the mom was, okay, listen, I know that's what she wants, but is this process 100% about her, or is it a family decision? The mom has two other kids. I don't necessarily see a compelling reason to pay an additional $20,000 to $30,000 per year for a particular college because it has more sports. Look, I went to a very small school. I was on a team. I almost slipped and said I played, but I was on a team. And if I wanted to watch, big-time college basketball, college football, I turned on the TV. I went to the rec center, or I hung out with people and watched games. yeah, my friends went to big schools like Michigan and Wisconsin and so forth. I made it out there for a couple of games. They were great, but they didn't go to every game. That wasn't an all-consuming thing. They didn't play for those teams, So I always get a little, upset or ticked off when I hear things like, well, we don't want to say in-state because there aren't enough sports teams. And I think there are very few circumstances where it's very important to go to a big school that has those types of features. You can go there for other reasons. I'm just talking about paying up, for that, an extra $20,000, $30,000 a year, just so you can go to a few football games. That's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up here. I have to go sort of mess around with my snowblower, which I did start yesterday successfully. So hopefully it's going to work today. If you are in a snowy part of the country, good luck. Stay safe. Don't slip on any ice. Hunker down. Hopefully you don't lose power or have any other strife. But even if you do, you'll get through it, just like the college process. And if you are around, because you'll be snowbound, and your internet is working, please log in tonight, cs4l.tv. That's the College Success for Less show. And you will learn about insider secrets of how to obtain huge amounts of scholarships and financial aid, even if you think you make too much money, even if you think you can't possibly qualify for anything. That's what Pearl and I are going to be covering tonight on the College Success for Less show. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.